Here.
Okay.
Okay. We're on air.
Okay.
I'm just going to hit mute for a second. Okay, we're back, and we're just winging this.
Yep.
Just letting things go.
Go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
And when we say go with the flow, what that means is we bypass the brain, we go right into our hearts, and whatever comes out of our mouth is from source. You psychics out there, and every one of you are, if you're doubting yourself, you're in your mind. If you go into your heart and you speak the truth and it feels good to you, then you are being psychic.
How come you have a dragon guide that starts with the letter S?
This one has followed me around many lifetimes, but
does that make sense? S?
Yes. Does. It used to go by just S, like that. That was his name.
Oh, really?
Followed me around when I was a kid because I was a lonely child, an indigo, scared of people because I was an empath, and I brought upon everyone's feelings to myself, their fears. Didn't know as a kid how to get rid of them. Brought their pains, their unconscious pains to myself. I couldn't be around people.
He's telling me
I wanted to be.
Your dragon guide.
This dragon guide followed me around to help me.
He's saying for you to draw your sword.
Yes, yeah, you're right. And I have, Jamie. I've drawn my sword because 3 months ago I was told to be assertive. Said, you're nice, man. But we got to balance your masculine and your feminine energies because they're out of whack. I was being a nurturing, supportive, caring person. But I needed the assertiveness of the sword, the symbol of the sword, and the symbol of the shield. And I needed my dragon guide to show me. Stand up for yourself, he says. Archangel Ariel tells me all the time, Tim, get out there. No, I know. Get out there. So I get out there, right? Some people beat up on me. You know what? I don't care. I don't care anymore because I'm going to speak my truth, and Ariel showed me to speak my truth regardless.
Yeah. Things I kind of care about is like the information I get is kind of out there, and people don't know what I'm talking about. I had someone email the other day and said, people quit your group because we don't know what you're talking about.
Let them.
But I can't know what I'm talking about because I'm just channeling info that I don't know where it comes from, so I can't explain what I write.
Okay,
That's
Jamie,
just info that I
you're
get,
responsible for the message, okay? It comes through you. You're a lightning rod. The outcome is up to source. If they want to quit your group, they're going to quit their group because they're going to find an excuse to quit something.
My main message is always see these other beings that could be ascended masters or our Star Nation families. They're kind of getting pissed that everyone will just jump the bandwagon of the next new wave.
Okay.
And follow that, right?
Okay.
And they won't listen outside the box. Like if someone takes a course, then all of a sudden their whole life is just that course.
Right.
But they won't step outside that and learn anything else. Like earlier I said the new old age. That's just been going on since the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the new energies that are coming in is progressing us past a lot of stuff that we're doing. Like even one of my messages was that actually meditation is actually bad right now.
Okay. You know, everything has its own time and its own place. Same as meditation, it may be right for you at one time and one place. And another time and a place, maybe it's
not. The reason
why
they're saying it's bad is, especially like group meditations, we're bringing in people's and other beings' energies into our body.
Okay.
So if you want to do a meditation, you just got to always remember that you're your own sovereign being. You're connected to your higher self and your utmost own power. You're not bringing in energy from other beings.
Okay.
It's almost the same way the chakras work. They were installed on we never had chakras one time.
Yeah.
They were installed on us as an energy control system.
Okay.
Because if we didn't have chakras, we wouldn't get sick.
No.
We wouldn't have the solar plexus chakra that can make us off, or we only had 3. What we originally had was just our heart center and third eye.
Okay, that was before Lemurian times.
Yes, exactly.
That was in that place up in north. Do you remember the name of that place up in the north?
No, I don't.
We didn't have a body yet. It was just a spirit. It was just energy. I can't remember. Maybe someone that knows. If they know, call in. Tell us what they remember. That hypobaria. That's what it was. Hypobaria.
Well, that's what Conan was.
Yeah, hypobaria.
Robert E. Howard, who wrote the Conan comics.
Yeah.
He believed in this. This was real history that he witnessed. He didn't folks that come to him, and he went so crazy that he killed himself over it.
Yeah.
I kind of maybe believe him. Like a lot of these people were channeling energy that wrote books and TV movies and all that stuff. You know what? This is actually funny when you read the Bible. It talks about Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Having a shit.
Okay.
My innards are coming outers.
Okay.
Okay. It was the first time they had a body.
Okay, the first time they had a body. Yes. I could understand that.
But you know what? Adam and Eve's is a race.
Right.
That many universes use. They call them the Adam and Eve race.
Yeah.
They're the first species creation on each planet.
Yeah.
Like they could go to a blank Akashic record planet and bring in the Adam and Eves. It's okay, we need you here. We need male and female to come here and seed that planet.
Okay.
It weren't really a person called Adam and Eve that just come here.
Okay, it's a metaphor.
They seeded many planets.
I get that. I see. It makes perfect sense. From what I hear, the Adam and Eve story was more of a symbolism than anything else. In which, okay, sure, there was the Garden of Eden, everything was great, wonderful, and all that. They said you may stay in this place, but you may not wander outside this garden. From what I hear, and I think I'll touch on this just a bit because I feel like I should, is that Eve had sex with a different race outside of the garden, and then they had said, okay, well, we formed a new race, now we're banishing you, while Adam was doing the same thing. Now, that to some people they may not like that interpretation, but that is something that I read and it felt right to me. And after that they created a new race. But it was supposed to happen that way. It was you ascend, you descend, you ascend, you descend, you make your way back to source.
You know what? I'm thinking maybe the Garden of Eden was in Agartha.
Yeah, Agartha, yes.
Because if you do look at texts from the First Testament, why do they always say...
I agree with you.
They never say on this earth. They always say in.
Yeah.
In this earth.
Yeah, Agartha. They are banished from the inside of Agartha. They came out. There is a wonderful series that they wrote. I don't know if it's entirely true or not. It was about the end times, and it was called Atlantis. And there's a 25-part series on it, 1 through 25.
I watched that.
Yeah, Atlantis, and it's long, 6 hours long. But I read it, I looked at it, and a lot of it I related to. Now, it might be worth looking at Atlantis, and there's 1 through 25. They've done the research. Some of it I agree with, some of it I may not so much, but I'll leave it up to you.
Lemurian air cities, they're telling me.
Yeah, air cities, cities in the sky. Right.
Like they're here now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, we're not seeing them because they're out of phase.
Yeah. They talked in the Hindu book, the Bhagavad Gita, about cities falling from the sky by hitting by an atomic bomb. Cities falling from the sky and fire onto the earth. There were cities in the sky. You're absolutely correct.
Oh, there was a spaceship back in the Bible times called the New Jerusalem.
Yes.
And when they took people up, that's who, I don't know who Moses and them thought they were in heaven.
Yeah.
They were going to this ship that was called New Jerusalem.
Yeah.
I was getting info on that, but now I can't remember. A lot of crazy stuff. There was even like there was people that called these being gods until they seen them in the war and they seen that the gods were dying, that they were no more than just flesh too.
Yeah. If anyone wants to really study some of these ancient texts, read the Upanishads. They're an incredibly high calibration. They're incredibly high spiritual texts. Or the Bhagavad Gita will explain some of the history.
There's so much old text that's real documented text that when I used to talk about it on my page, I would get messages from people telling me that it was, that's so old, that's just doom and gloom,
right?
And ignore it.
Okay.
I mean, that's real info, like history that we haven't been taught in school.
we're going to take things how we want, our own level of consciousness. If you give a person some information, if they're at the level of love, they're going to see only love. If you're at the level of fear, you're going to see fear in it. So it really doesn't have to do with the words at all. It has to do with you and your own level of consciousness. Now, our brother there, I'll call him Jesuit, Jesus Christ, taught us that we're supposed to move towards a level of unconditional love, which calibrates according to Dr. Hawkins' consciousness research at 540. Now the Buddha, his path seemed a little bit more arduous. He talked about total enlightenment, not the purification of the ego, but the total resolution of the ego, which calibrated 600, which was the level of enlightenment.
Speaking of enlightenment, this is Buddha. Buddha. No, ancient Qigong master said, like, if you do something that you think is bad for you, it's going to be bad for you.
That's right.
Or else it goes for the guys, like, you look at the old guys, like, out in the country that drink and smoke all their lives and live to be 100.
Yeah.
It's like if you have a cake, say, I want to eat this cake. Just move all the bad stuff from the cake and cut it off with the knife and throw it away and then eat the rest of the cake.
Yeah.
Right?
It's all belief. The whole world, the whole universe is one belief system. It's God's dream. Indra's dream, they call it. God's thoughts. Okay, whatever you believe is. Christ taught us that. He used to say after everything to his disciples and other people, believest thou this? Because he knew. If you believe it, then it is.
Humans are a powerful species.
Yeah.
Because we have, like, the source creator's power of manifesting and creation.
Yeah. In
which a lot of, like, the reptilians don't have.
Yeah.
Because we're so disconnected from dreamtime realities or dreamtime societies that we're not operating on our full potential.
That's right.
Like, we have our local realities, like, we can go into in meditation in the dreamtime state. If you shut your eyes, like, a lot of times I'll get, like, a window over here.
Okay.
And then I crawl through that window and then visualize where I go when I go through it.
Okay.
And that's where people can go to manifest whatever they want or get their own information.
I remember looking at a picture as someone once drew about that. It was this very thing you just described. Yeah, absolutely. Different dimensions, different realities. Yeah, we're becoming multi-dimensional and we're having the ability to choose more what we want.
I just realized yesterday I had a life in the Western times.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
1640, I got vivid details of, like, these old wooden barns or people slept in, and at the back door I used to crawl out to and go out and have a cigarette or whatever. Past lives for people is always different, eh? It's hard to really know what you're picking up on when you do a...
With my clients, the way I see it is, if I see a past life, if I see the clairvoyantly or past life, then I'm meant to tell them about it so they can integrate it. And if I am not getting anything, then it's just meant not to be told whatsoever. So, as a psychic, you get what you get. You don't get to choose. Soars through you, higher self, whatever. It's going to give you the information that's most pertinent at that moment. That's why sometimes people come in, they want specific questions answered. I can't always answer them. In fact, a lot of the times I can't. But I can give them what their soul wants, and I can teach them to fish. Someone once taught us, if you teach someone to fish, they're going to be able to eat for a lifetime. But if you keep fishing for them, what good is that? Give them the skills.
The goal is for everyone to learn how to develop their own intuition.
Absolutely.
And connect with their higher self.
Yeah.
Most people are just, I don't know, I just call them, they're operating on batteries.
That's right.
They're not really functioning as themselves.
That's right.
And you see that when you go out and get on the bus, you go to the mall, go to work. The Pleiadians were telling me about Rogel.
Yeah.
The healing method.
Right.
It was used in Lemuria and then got long lost and forgotten.
Yeah.
And the main message
does.
The main message of that is connecting to energies outside of Earth grid, so it can't be tampered by the bad forces or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, truth cannot be changed. Right.
And they called the energy Gura. It's the universal energy, and when they showed me the sign, it's the Trinity sign for Gura.
Right.
It's magic.
Yeah.
So we all access it, we can become matter manipulators. Call it energy jugglers.
Yeah, it's a strong symbol. Yeah, I see the symbol in my mind right now clairvoyantly. I know exactly because I'm seeing it in Jamie's mind. Very powerful symbol. Absolutely.
they started teaching me more, but I gotta get back on that and get Joey to help me with it. A lot of different names, and they're using Arcturians too.
Yeah.
The Arcturians all have a gift they want to give humans.
Yeah.
And it's basically just connecting to the energy.
Yeah.
A way to connect to it.
There's a book written by, forget her name, don't need to know, I guess. It's called The Palladian Agenda, and according to this, as we ascend and we become more fifth-dimensional, sixth-dimensional beings, the DNA reveal their codes so we can take back to our home planets the information we need to save our home races. That is why they tell us those star seeds are the strongest of the strong, the best of the best, the diplomats. So I don't want you to ever think about yourself as being less than anything but extremely important to this life mission. And that's my message also, that your life mission here, you being on the earth, is of extreme importance. No, I don't want to put too much pressure on you. I think you should also see it in a lighthearted way, because that's what humor was invented for also. See it as light as you can, but know it's important.
You know, a lot of the beings in the astral realm that people consider demons or bad, they're actually, a lot of them are just discarnate spirits that stayed on the astral realm so long.
Yeah.
They kind of get stuck there. They can only feed on the energy of like haunting people and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Someone once said, was it Alighieri once said, one man's demon is another man's angel, and vice versa. Someone once said that. I don't remember who. It could have been Alighieri. He wrote a book about the levels of hell and the heavens.
And there's real things as trolls.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
I think maybe they're called what are them fuckers called?
Yeah, they can be mischievous. Jinn. They can be very mischievous. I know that.
Oh yeah,
I'm very aware of that.
I tried to summon them before.
Yeah.
But I know one time I was going through a hard time with like a lot of anxiety and depression, and
I
ended up going to sleep.
Right.
And this troll, ugly green thing, come out of my stomach.
Oh yeah.
Like I was out of body, right? So, but I was just, I could still see form of myself.
Yeah.
It popped out.
Yeah.
For some reason, I got really ugly, and I wanted to beat it.
Oh, you're probably protecting yourself.
So I chased it, and it ran.
Yeah.
And I guess I seen it jump into another woman, got into her.
Right. Okay.
But then I appeared back in my living room, and thousands of them were coming in the window.
Yeah.
Trying to get in, and it's... You know, a lot of people dream about superpowers because we have them on the other side.
Yeah. And there's gateways, there's certain portals on the earth that...
Because I stopped every one of them that was trying to get me. Like, they couldn't do anything to me because I awakened to my own power on the astral realm.
Yeah.
And after that, my anxiety and all that stuff went away and never come back.
That's good. That's very good.
So something was going on
Dr.
there.
David Hawkins talks about avoid the esoteric, avoid the lower astrals. It's not for you. It won't bring you anything good. I mentioned last week, avoid the Ouija boards, avoid calling upon spirits that you're unaware of. I would say stick with your angels, stick with the archangels. If you don't know of any of them whatsoever, I say one thing, you just stick with the Holy Spirit, because this Holy Spirit is the most gentle being. Strongest, like a rock, yes, most gentle as you could imagine. Go to the Holy Spirit.
I just lost my train of thought. I had something that was important.
Yeah.
It'll come back to me.
It'll come back.
It was important too. What the freak? Oh, you know, there's a lot of people now like having sleep paralysis that never had it before.
Yeah.
And they're kind of reading about it. They do know what's going on now, but I get stuck in sleep paralysis sometimes and can't get out of body.
Yeah. In dream state, often your body becomes immobilized, where your muscles become a place where you can't use them. You can't use your muscles. Your body becomes limp.
A lot of people are in that state. They're seeing the shadow people.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure who they are or what they are, but they've been around since the 1800s. People have been seeing Hat Man, Old Hag.
Yeah.
A lot of times when you're in sleep paralysis, they sit on your chest.
Yeah. No, and their guides keep calling back, come to the light, come to the light. No, they don't want to come to the light, and it's not their time. Their guides will be gentle enough at least to call them once in a while.
A lot of times when you go out of body, you get attacked.
Yeah.
These people don't mean to attack you. They're spirits that are not in the body no more. They're on the astral realm. They call them hitchhikers.
Right.
They'll come and just grab it a hold of it because they don't know what else to do.
They don't know what else to do. No. They have to learn that they have their own inner light. You talked about spiritual sovereignty. You have to learn that you have your own inner light. Christ called us the light of the world. He said that you're a city on a hill and you cannot be hidden. A city on a hill can't be hidden. You shine. He said you would not light a lamp post and put it under your bed. You would light it for all the house to see. So be the light. You don't have to say a word. He says you just being here, being that of peace, being that of love, being that of joy. You don't have to say a word. Just being that is your presence of God. Source.
Original source creator.
Original source creator.
That's what's coming. The energy's coming back now.
We're moving back.
Our source creator, or God, what we'll call it, he hasn't been around here for a while.
Yeah.
Because you know what they're doing? Creating other places.
That's right. That's right.
We were the first free willed universe, and it was kind of a game, I guess.
An experiment. They call it a game. Yes.
See, there's other universes. People think free will is a great thing.
But hasn't always felt like a great thing, has it?
There's other places that ain't a free willed universe, but you know what? They don't know how to harm anyone else, and it functions pretty smoothly. So this one was one of the first ones created.
Well, Abraham talks about the contrast. How do you know love unless you've known fear? And you're gonna feel fear first, and then you're gonna know love and know how you experience love and know how it feels to you through the contrast. And if you're in a place that has no free will, you can say, I am the light all you want, but unless you experience yourself as the light in the third density, then that's all you're going to know. You're going to know it in mind only.
A lot of psychic readings and mediums and channelings are, I don't really say this because I'm not trying to put down anyone, but
no,
it's they're channeling fourth dimensional beings.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
Yeah. Fourth dimension full of rules and regulations. Sure.
Say if you had a deceased loved one, a fourth dimensional being can know all their info and come through to a psychic medium.
Right.
And that's why their messages are never clear. It's always distant, like, oh, I seen a red spoon at Christmas.
Right.
Or, because what they're doing is they're feeding off the energy from those groups.
Yeah, and that's precisely the reason I stick with the angels, the archangels, because I can feel them coming through my heart chakra. I feel their love for my clients. I stick with those ones I know. If you need to know, Doreen Virtue talks about 15 of them. There's 4, I spoke about it last week, that will never do you wrong. Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Raphael. And those, if you only ever use those ones, my good friend, you'd be very well off.
Sphere beings.
Yeah.
I don't know much about them, but he's saying that there's the Sphere Alliance.
Yeah. When my third eye opened, I saw a lot of spheres and stuff.
They're here to help us.
Yeah. They are actually portals in which to see through from our relatives.
And the beings from the Sphere Alliance are like huge. If one was to stand on Earth, you could see him everywhere. And, he runs it. He can be so big.
Yeah. It's like putting up, what do you call it, a little telescope, or what do you call that thing up there? And you look through it. It's a portal to look through and to see what it is. Often people see faces in them, sure, okay, they're looking through. But for the most part, they're very, very gentle. They're very sensitive beings, and they get hurt easy. So if you see sphere beings around you, you must have some degree of peace.
I keep thinking like Pleiadian Nectarian guides are here now. You got anything you want to ask them?
I once asked the Arcturians to give me strength and hope, and they did. And they said that they would put their purple light around me. And they will. So if you call upon your star families, your relatives, your Arcturian relatives, Pleiadians or Sirians, they will definitely help you. Free will says we have to ask them. Pray for the highest outcome for all. Nothing good will come out of asking for selfish purposes. But if you pray for the good of all, that might be the best prayer that you do have.
Arcturians. You were saying purple, right?
Purple feels like their color to me.
They were saying that they sprinkled the purple powder from Masusa.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Okay.
And they have many gifts they want to give humans.
Yes, they do. Well, these humans have to be willing to accept them.
So it's not bad. It's not giving them bad energy. But they just got to be willing to hold their hand out.
Yeah. As I've said before, do not put anyone's head higher than your own. Do not put a psychic on a pedestal. Do not put us ever on a pedestal. Go into your own hearts, discern for yourself. I'd rather hear someone speak their own truths that may feel completely distorted to me than hear someone repeat the same old programming over and over that I've heard. So, Indigos are system busters, starseeds are system busters. They want people to think outside the box. They want people to think for themselves. They want people to go in their hearts and tell their source creator their truths.
So what they're saying is, say if I was writing right,
yeah,
say Indigo starseeds are facing a difficult time right now.
Yeah.
Because you can't really put the info out there. You can't connect with anyone because everyone is still stuck. All right. In the patterns of daily life, and it's still a hard task to break free to enter the fifth dimensional energies.
I guess we're taught by the Master to stay with the people that make us feel good, stay with the ones that are good for us, and avoid the naysayers and avoid those, even family, that brings us down, makes us feel bad about ourselves. Stick with those that will support us in our quest and our spiritual path. Jesus didn't tell us to hate sin. He told us to avoid sin. Sin only meant error of mind, error of thought, things that are not real, illusion.
Sin. Okay, what side of the brain do we use?
The ego's the left, the spiritual side seems to be the right.
My info was sin is using the sinister side of the brain.
Right. Sinister. Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. Again, we need duality in order to experience love. If we didn't know fear, we wouldn't know love. The highest truth is love is all there is. So we're doing great things here. God is a beingness that is pure love. To experience it, we need to experience the contrast, which is fear. Those are the two polar opposites.
See, there's these beings that operate in our universe. They're pretty much like giving the middle finger to the original source creator. They want to come over and take over as them trying to be prime creators of this universe, right?
Yep.
And that's one of the reasons they actually hired the Archons in here.
Yeah, they're actually jealous and hate God.
The stories go deep, deep, deep. Like,
they want God's power, but one will avoid God's love.
And they don't want us to know who we are.
No.
Because, believe it or not, look, everyone knows how big the galaxy and the universes are. There's many of them.
Yeah.
We all have our own planets.
Yeah.
That we're supposed to create life on, and us be the creators of that planet and start a new blank Akashic record planet system.
Yeah.
To invite other souls to come in and live on. Yeah. Create our own species, our own race, and have other souls incarnate into the bodies.
Yeah.
Maybe we actually bring in our own Adam and Eve's to create first species on our own.
Absolutely.
Blank Akashic record planets.
It's been said, go forth, multiply, create, and bring all things back to me. God divided us into infinite parts so he could experience him in infinite ways. Bring him back to me. God wants to know himself. The only way he can know himself is through us. So he took and split himself up into infinite parts. Still God, no matter how you look at it. Big hologram in the universe. We're all just God. Equal to God.
What do you think about our reality being created by artificial intelligence that we live in?
I think that the best way to take over and create a new planet is to put an artificial intelligence team ahead on that planet and create places that will create more robotics, create places to see the planet. I think that's a great way to do it. And then the humanoids, the insectoids, the reptoids, whoever it is, can come and occupy that planet. I think artificial intelligence is a great way to start a planet, sure.
But some say that was installed here to keep us controlled into an illusion, like the AI.
Well, you get to the web pages and there are you a human? Put this CAPTCHA in, I think it's it's for a reason, right? There are things on this earth that we are not aware of. They kept them very secret. We can probably get into that a little more next week, but there's so much that they've kept hidden from us that it would astound you. Now, I'm going to end by saying this. We've talked a lot of things about things you may not find true. That's fine. If they are not your truth, that's okay. But I will quote someone who once said, there are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, that are dreamt of in all of your philosophy. And that was a great person indeed.
You should remember, our true history was not taught in schools.
No, it's not. It's absolutely not taught in schools. No, it's not.
Okay, well, that's probably going to tie her up for today.
Okay.
I'm thinking next one, maybe.
Yeah.
I might actually try to channel some info.
That would be fine. I'm looking forward to that, Jamie. I'm looking forward to your channel.
It could make no sense, I don't know, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
Try to get into the place where I can bring in like an Arcturian or a Pleiadian or...
Yeah.
Lately, even Anunnaki.
Yeah. The Anunnaki, by the way, have gone to the